Hi everyone, today we explain about cell death. Cell death occurs when cell injury is irreversible injury caused by the injury of cell without being able to return to normal cells. Cell death can be divided into two types. First, necrosis and second, apoptosis. Necrosis is cell injury as cause the surrounding cell to be injured as well as the dead because cell to swell and rupture or denaturation of the cell causing the release of lysosome to digest the organelles within the cells, including the cell, and has an inflammatory reaction occurring inflammation, immune system stimulation. Necrosis death varies depending on the organ in which it was born. Necrosis can be divided into 5 types. First, coagulative necrosis, so that from prolonged injury occur in kidney and heart cells. Second, liquefactive necrosis, cell death from ischemia in area where organs have a lot of lipids, such as the brain, but there will be accumulation of neutrophils resulting in digestion of brain tissue. Third, caseous necrosis. So it's infect Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And fourth, fat necrosis. When injured, the enzyme will break down fat tissue around pancreas from triglycerides to free fatty by through calcium and become to calcium salt form. Gallbladder will see the accumulation of calcium salt. If you look under a microscope, you can see that the area is pink and you can see calcium deposits in that area.
Gangrenous necrosis is still mixed, but it occurs in the polypolar organ left hand and the internal organ of the intestines. T form gangrenous necrosis. 3 form. Number 1, left are but no bacteria coagulant cause area of the dead cell to look back and dry. Number 2, there is infections where bad cells produce various enzymes to digest the tissue into this area, cause injury and the wound look which is associated with liquefactive necrosis. Number 3, gas occur in the subcutaneous layer must be infected with aerobic bacteria, severe and fatal syndrome, no oxygen, concomitant aerobic. And this slide shows you it for example of dry gangrene, wet gangrene, and gas gangrene.
For this slide show you is apoptosis or programmed cell that it is a composite of the body that does not disrupt the surrounding cells, caused by cells that have for a long time to deteriorate, causes the body to get rid of the cell apoptosis. There are generally 2 types of apoptosis. The first is physiological apoptosis, loss of functional signaling of growth factor signaling during various processes such as the process of embryo formation in the womb, embryogenesis, or developed embryo. For the second is pathological apoptosis. There is injury the cell from the chemical activation of the nucleus fragment and occur when the destruction of the genetic material within the cell results in the apoptosis. In these cells, the BH3-only sensor protein cluster within the cytoplasm of the cell activates the group BH1-3 proapoptotic protein. For this slide show you its mechanism of apoptosis can occur into two ways. First is intrinsic mitochondrial pathway. There is a shortage of protein compound that stimulates cell growth factor withdrawal. The second is extrinsic. This receptor pathway usually occurs when abnormal body cells are eliminated by lymphocytes or macrophages. And this slide shows you is difference in cell death between necrosis and apoptosis. Apoptosis, cell is shrinkage and fragment, and for the necrosis, cell is swelling and lysis. And for the nucleus, apoptosis is nucleus is condensation, but nucleus necrosis is karyolysis. And apoptosis is detachment and engulfment by phagocytes, but necrosis recruitment of inflammatory cells. And thank you for your attention.